geweest. Dus wat we vandaag allemaal gaan doen is, we gaan beginnen met 2v2 boxfight voor op te warmen. Daarna een beetje solo arena en dan zien we wel of dat er nog iemand joint. En anders, ja, dan is het een beetje solo. Hey, dat is best page. Even CS qualify man. Oké, wat is dit? We gaan even heel erg lang laden. En tijdens wat was dat weer? Afstand. Event CS, let's go. What the fuck? Ik weet niet wat dat het is eigenlijk hoor. Ik hoop niet oh nee, wacht, Event CS, fuck. Oké, de planning is dus veranderd. Het is dus we beginnen dus blijkbaar met een FNCS dat heel erg veel lijkt.
This elimination feed, we're seeing players like Midi just dropping down. This is such a change here for this top 10, but if you're not in the top 10 right now, you're feeling nice, right? If you're still in this game and you're seeing these big names drop here, that means there are so many points up for grabs for you to slip into one of those top 10 spots. But looking at who's very situated here in this game, Noahdeking and 40R Storm, still alive, still kicking, and finding themselves in second place.
Not forcing any plays, not over forcing a rotation, just letting these opportunities kind of present itself. They know a team is still around them. With everybody rotating around, this could be an opportunity to strike, try to take advantage, or even possibly cycle this jump pad. They get themselves a good position in towards zone as Rich Homie Quinn still has a big portion of that high ground, putting shots out on all around him. At the end of the game, because all it takes is a couple players to look up, see he's by himself, and then see it as a quick.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. You have to be careful with the amount of pressure that you're putting and the amount of, I guess, presence that you're showcasing, right? When you're out there and you're just taking shots and you only see shots coming from one player up there, you're kind of exposing the fact that you're by yourself. But fortunately, because of the way that Quinn is positioned up in a higher layer, it's definitely harder for some of these other players to tell that he's by himself. So as long as he's super careful at the way that he's taking these shots, it should be all right. But looking at the fact that he only has 82 medium bullets left, that's not a lot to work with.
Yeah, it's only so long he's going to be able to hold on to this high ground as well, so he's going to be looking to drop down low. If he can catch another solo player on guard, that could be the refresh he's looking for. But right now, when it comes to Quinn, it's just about surviving as long as possible, collect those placement points, and he is above the damage threshold. Not much, so he's going to have to worry about it sooner rather than later, but for now, it's not going to be the case as everybody rotating around and waiting for that perfect opportunity just to land a couple shots. Begin to rotate around and talk about him being at high ground at one point or another. Because this rotation is a far pull, he's going to be forced down low into that chaotic mess.
Zeer erg
yeah, and that's the last place you want to find yourself there, is in the chaos, right? But for Noahdeking, he's going to be able to find a nice little layer here and get complete control. This is not the position he expects himself to be in, but as I say that, immediately another duo presents himself and takes him out. But look at the high ground.
Yeah, let's go.
Getting some tags in, applying some pressure from above, but will it be enough to shift the tide, shift the change in this game? That's the real question. But with so many solos up and moving by themselves, there's a lot of potential here for some of these other teams to kind of creep up and grab the points.
Yeah, I'm seeing some names go down in the elimination feed. We lost Riverson and Falconer. We lost Quinn, who was traveling by himself. We lost Kytrix again. So many duos not able to make it past that far. But Big Dodo is doing a good job. He has enough of that medium ammo. He has a good amount of that high ammo.
Nee, man.
So these placement points that he's able, or at least trying to pick up, could be huge for him and his duo. You see the first steel wall being placed. That's one angle that he's not going to have to worry about as he's waiting.
Wat is dit eigenlijk? Ik snap dat
Any duos travel below, and he's going to pop those shots and keep on moving. As you see the team towards the high ground, Moose and Aiden trying to contest it this late in the game. Depending on what the resources are, this could be a make or break situation.
It really could be make or break here. Rexy says, you know what? No, I'm going up the high ground. It doesn't look secure, and we're going to take it. Big shots knocking out the players here, and the shots continue to rain in. Not too much support here from the high ground. So listen, if you're the team up there, even if you're Rexy and Dynamacito, you're going to be careful here. And sure enough, it's actually Aiden and company. So Aiden gets knocked here. Rexy by himself. Because his teammate is a little bit further away, but no, now they're going to get back together here in this moment. Dynamacito just needs to heal up, needs to slow down, and continue to take this on all cylinders.
Yeah, luckily enough, though, you talk about him healing up. That precise hit is going to come through from that early down that he was able to get on towards Aiden as this lobby's thinning out one after the other as they pull towards the high ground. Everybody's going to be forced up. Scissor's already down. Nico is out. Kinzo trying to survive. High ground still looking strong, though. They have the easiest spot of them all, not having to travel too far, not having to use too many resources for Dynamic. You have absolutely no resources. Great attempt to stay alive, but he's going to be shut down all the same.
Yeah.
Everybody, this lobby continues to drop. Only 8 total players alive. A couple of them are going to be solos as 5 total teams remain. Victor and Blizzard towards the high ground. They're trying to put that pressure with 500 light ammo shots. That pressure is going to be immense as they hold on, build up even higher for School. He's going to be by himself. Creep is by himself. There's only 2 duos left in this game.
Only 2 duels left, but still so much action to unfold. Anytime you have elevation changes like that, it makes such an impact on these players that continue to survive. Yuki, Monk, just trying to hold on here, trying to have a huge turnaround game, because going into this game, they did not find themselves in a really nice spot there on the leaderboard. Now they're in 25th or 21st and trying to continue to climb, but the eliminations are not fully connecting there for him, and Yuki actually taking a lot of storm damage. Needs to be very, very careful on what happens next, but the shots continue to rain in. Monk goes down, Yuki alive, but no, Yuki goes down, and it's actually down to Victor, who gets the final elimination there for his team.
A big way to end that game, getting high ground at the last possible moment, forcing players down, continuing on that pressure with Stinger SMG almost to perfection. And look how much ammunition he had in all of this. He could have been sitting up there for possibly a whole nother game if he wanted. At the end of the day, though, you got to give School and Defiable props as well. Getting towards the very ending portions of that game, picking up some eliminations to try to jump as high to that leaderboard as possible. But it's Blizzard and Victor who picked up that game number 4. And I keep talking, everybody towards that leaderboard continue to get gambled closer and closer together.
Let's go! We blijven maar winnen, gasten. We blijven maar winnen.
Defiable School climbing up that leaderboard. I said it. You know what? That was my prediction. I'm not saying too much yet. It's not over yet. But hey, listen, I love to see them climb up. But before we can really know what's going on with that leaderboard, we got to send it back over to Kelly, Tokata, and Clay to break down the action from Game 4.
Thank you once again, Panda and Jacob there. Game number 4 is done, and we only have 2 more to go before 8 teams are going to make it to the final, and the rest are going to try again this Sunday for the last qualifier. But Clay, Takata, another great game there, and another new team claiming their spot, and it's very serendipitous that their name was Victor. And of course, Blizzard as well, coming out as the victors there. And Clay, it looks like fight is what matters most right now.
It really is, and I'm intrigued that we're not seeing a little bit more usage of the Spider-Man shooters to try to test it, you know, towards the end. We saw some build battles, the traditional style, but I want to see some creative plays with those. I want to see people go down. They've got 3 or 4 shots left in them in each part of their team. So I want to see if anybody goes for it. But look, they have 8 elims at this point, and then I think they end up with 10, so they pick up 2 of the last remaining players. So it just puts them on top.
Nee! Bijna,
That's just
bijna.
going to put them further and further up the standings. And with only 2 more games remaining, and it being top 8, they really did a great job.
Nee, ik zit met Pili.
Let's actually take a quick look right now at the standings, because I need to see after that performance from Victor and Blizzard, and I know that our first place team did go down a little early, but still Kevin and Yazir still 134 points, showing how important that first half was to still hold it in first place. But Victor and Blizzard get caught a jumping up to second place.
Blizzard now in second place, but just like you said, going down early, and they're holding that first place strong. 134 points with 62 placement points and 24 elimination points. Going down in the leaderboard, we can see Quinn and Wave are still up there securing points bit by bit, but they're
Okay, then let's go.
to these other teams within the top 6 to the top 10. I mean, it's neck to neck. Any duo can take it here.
Oh,
Yeah, for right now, for me, Clay, this isn't anymore looking at who's first, who's second, who's third, although we do like having the bragging rights for predictions. I'm
Moet ik
looking at
eerst bellen of
who's
deze man
around
naar
the
ons
8th
team
place
in,
spot. In my pick, Dog and Jay currently sitting in 9th place, because it's all about getting to the 8th place. You want to make it to the finals. You do not. Well, I mean, maybe you want to run through the gauntlet of the semifinals, but making sure that you make it all the way to the finals after just one day of playing is definitely a way to set yourself up for confidence. But Clay, any other teams that are standing out to you in that last game there?
You know, 40R and them did a great job as well. Got to keep our eyes on them. Again, we're hyping them up because they're doing so well, and you're going to get a chance to look at some of their plays here. We had 2 eliminations already from 40R when we hop on and just look. The beast control there from them is great, but what ended up being their downfall here is they weren't able to convert on the damage that they're getting. It's going up a hill. They've got 6 builds remaining. They're constantly getting blocked off. You see 40R able to make it through. They do get blocked, but none of the maps were grabbed by 40R Storm there, and then they end up just getting pinched. So it was a very unfortunate situation. K-Nox tried to carry it on, but then ended up just harpooning his way into 2 people running out of builds as well. Not a lot to do in that situation. So we saw them get to the end game almost every single time, but they really need to get there with more materials and a better cohesive place.
Oh, ik heb al gewonnen.
Especially
Nice man.
with the way
25
that
puntjes.
the 3 out of
Het
4
gaat
games that
goed.
we've seen for NA West have gone, where almost all of them are mountain zones. I'm guessing
Let's
we're going to
go.
be seeing more web shooting happening, but everyone, we have to jump now to our casters, because game number 5 is going to be ready in just a few moments.
Hey, listen, game number 5 is underway, are getting ready to be underway, and we got to talk about the leaderboard before we dive in. You know, all of our predictions seem to be doing pretty well. I mean, look, Kelly's predictions down there in 9th, while mine's in 4th. But, you know, I'm not going to hold that against her until later. I see you, Kelly. No, I'm just having fun.
I was looking for my guys' prediction. I'm like, they're not doing too well either. But hey, this is my first day on the job, man. You got to cut us some slack here. But I want to point out one thing. You talked about the leaderboard. 4th place, 105 points. 15th place, 76 points. 29 points separates so many teams from being able to take one of those instant qualification spots into the grand finals. And we're not going to have to wait long, because that sound you heard, the battle bus is ready, and game number 5 is just a short step away.
Yeah, with the point differential you were just talking about, I mean, these next 2 games are going to be vital. They're going to be crucial for any of these teams that want to continue to have a chance to climb into one of those top 8 spots. Because again, top 8 qualifies to the grand finals.
We gaan tot 20 minuten in dit
Outside
doen.
of that, you're going to have a chance at the semifinals, right? Like, there's a good chance through consistency you'll make your way there. But you really don't want to have to deal with semifinals. You kind of want a weekend off, right? You want that bye week. It's really all about making it to the finals. And for players like Kevin and Yes Sir, they're going to use Covert Cavern to their advantage to walk away, make it to the finals.
Out of this duo, I believe this is Kevin's first SNCS. I think Yes Sir was the only one out of this duo to kind of achieve that grand finals placement so far. And for this season, it's exactly what they're looking for. But Haritos and Utrecht, they go down early. One of the first teams out of the game. They're going to need a massive game number 6 to jump to that top of the leaderboard. But for Infant Pyro, that's exactly the start you want in this second to last game.
Yeah, look, I mean, they're not in a great spot here going into this game, but if they get a ton of eliminations, there's still potential for them to climb, but it really boils down to how they treat these next few games. But for players like Jay and Dom, who are in 8th place right now, they just need to survive, and sure enough, they're going to be able to survive and get a few eliminations along the way.
See why? Covert Canyon. Very contested drop, early fights galore. You can see Yasser and Kevin, our first place team, they take it on the other side. They say, you guys can fight over there. We're going to take exactly what we need, and only what we need, and we're going to try to go on a journey.
Nice.
If this fight is continuing, that's where they're going to try to third party and get themselves in there. See Kevin against their Dog and Jay, 2 different duos.
Bum.
Each other. 40-yard storm, Caden on
Oh, wow.
already starting off, and an elimination just like that. Full freebie, and what a freebie it was, as Caden gets that one as well onto
Ik weet het, ik moet eigenlijk mijn naam veranderen. Jullie denken nu
It is going to be a
op
team wipe, but there's so much going on here on the map. We got to dive into some of the action that's taking place elsewhere and far away, because Imp and Pyro, remember, we currently saw the ending portions of this, but this is Patrick and Dorito. They needed to survive here. Unfortunately for them, they just couldn't hang on. And company, this is the turnaround they needed in their gameplay, and hopefully they could actually make something happen here from this. But other players looking to make some big things happen here in this game. Jaguar and Solution, again, another team that's found themselves in a top 10 situation. But it's all about surviving and staying alive. Fortunately for them, the zone is kind of pulled a little bit in their favor. However, there's quite a few players in the area.
And especially a lot of teams, you talk about a lot of that early action, you've seen some of the replays. This is game number 5. Depending on where you're at in the leaderboard, you have to start taking those risks. Especially there's no other way to kind of catch up before you make this combination of those both. You see Wale picking up a big one in the elevation bees. Clutch does go down, and Solution and Yasser, even though you do see him kind of slow down, the important thing that they're going to have to do is...
Ja, gestald op. Ik ging doodgaan door die ene heffing.
Yeah, and I think they completely do. You see the way the Solution's positioning himself there up on the high ground. It looks like Jaguar is actually getting another position there, building up right above the other team. This is really smart. Solution actually going to try to go into the low while his teammate has height. But now this other player and user is going to try to build up here and get an advantage. But unfortunately for him, Solution identifies this quickly and is still going to just try to jump the box there. The edit comes out, but Solution's able to block the shot. Big shots exchanged there. Huge tag, and now it's like pass going down. Solution and Jaguar immediately now.
Oh, what the fuck, what the shit in my back on the field, man.
One player at a time, and they found their second target. And this is where they can get a little more aggressive, not have to take their time, especially with both of them having those big keys. They're going to get in the wall, blink of an eye. And even though they did take some return fire, 2 versus 1, both of them having stingers, like I said, that's what they need work of their competition.
Easy, man, easy, man. 40 coins, let's go.
You have to know that another team landed directly towards Sleepy Sound.
Quicksilver, man.
You have to be very, very weary of how you continue to move towards that direction from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, you're able to walk away with a couple eliminations here. That's great, right? But, again, you have to be patient. These early game engagements, while beneficial on the leaderboard there, are surviving for the team. But, unfortunately for them, that was absolutely necessary. They had to take that fight to continue to survive here in this game. Fortunately for them, it went in their favor, and they're going to continue to move on. But for players like Blizzard and Victor, they're in 3rd, right? They know that they are close to that top spot, and I think they're eager to try and take it. So that's why you see them diving into a mid-game or an early-game engagement like this right outside of Coney Crossroads, too, which is definitely one of the more contested areas. So you have to be careful when you're taking this fight, and if you are going to take this fight, you got to end it quickly.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of duos get dropped off very, very early on. Because of the drop spot fight, it's going to be Blizzard.
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck,
that
oh
victory
fuck.
royale in game number 4, and honestly, I do believe it's going to be their first finals as well, performing very, very well up until this point. And Blizzard, he is going to be back down though, just
Nee!
Oké,
dan nog 1% gedaan. En dan ga ik weg. Oké, met Woolly Madcap 1. We gaan dit fixen, man. 6 eliminations, ik heb er niet 6
for them to try to back off this fight and either try to escape, go to try to find themselves a spot they want to box up on, or maybe even bait the players in. Pretend like they're leaving that spot, act like they're going to leave, and the team tries to chase them, and that's when they can try to spring trap. Choice is theirs.
Yeah, it definitely is. So it's going to be interesting to see the way that this plays out. But listen, if you're seeing Nico, like, you have to be careful here. You have to be careful. You're in a really solid position there on the leaderboard. The last thing you want to do is kind of throw that there with a mid-game fight. But so many fights still taking place here throughout. It's actually Chelsea. This is the moment that he loses Thursday.
Ja, ik heb 16 kills nog maar. Moet dat kloppen? Ja, kijk, 16 kills heb ik. Dit was dan. Sorry, dit was het laatste potje FNCS. Ik weet niet eens hoe dat werkt en al, dus ja, waarom zou ik toch dan aan meedoen? Ik heb niet eens 2v, dus ja. Wacht hoor, ga ik kijken. Want is wel favorite, maar oké. Ja, alleen maar voor te kijken, man. Dat is gewoon puur voor te kijken daar. Ik ga daar niet aan meedoen, hè, gast. Kijk, ik denk wel dat ik al een beetje bij opwarmd nu. Oké, collect. We halen hier even een mask voor ons. Deze gewoon. En lokken. Foundation skin of course. Ja, kijk, ja, zo is die wel een zot eigenlijk ook. Als dit is ook wel een zot. Dit is ook. Het is de standaard. Oh, magnifique. Oké, we gaan een arena potje spelen. We gaan de... Kijk man, coole goed. Ja, 8 wins, waar jou. Please, iemand, kom online. Ik heb geen zin om de hele tijd alleen te spelen ook hoor. Dit wordt gewoon een half uurtje stream. Dit wordt mijn laatste potje al en dan ga ik, dan is het over. Maar dit potje moet dan wel even gewoon starten, want ik vind het ook wel beter om de arena altijd zo lang wacht. Ja, voilà. Oké dan. Oké, volgend seizoen gaat er een hele arena reeks komen normaal. Gewoon streams, ja. Oké dan. Dit is wel echt zo'n skin man, zo gewoon met dat zwaard en zo. Wow. Ja, ik heb een kroontje. De fuck, Sander nu echt eigenlijk een kroontje had of zo. Ik heb toch geen kroontje. Kut, ja, ik moet wel een plaatje kiezen. Greasy gewoon. witte huis lang. Dat er echt niemand is langs dat ik het goed heb voor mezelf. Oké, dan AK. Noah zegt dat ik god aim heb met AK, dus we gaan een keer oefenen met AK vooral. Kijk, dat vind ik hier al een beter geluidje, hè. Het zou even kouder zijn. We gaan verhuizen, dus we gaan alle meubelen en al hier weghalen. Voilà. Oké, dit is hier al leeg, deze kamer is ook al leeg. Ja, wij zijn verhuizers, beste mensen. Wij zijn verhuizers in Potje Arena. De deuren moeten wel mooi toe, hè. Kijk, er liggen hier zelf nog wapens voor in er. Het is een open badkamer. Ja. Dus voilà, het hout neem ik wel mee, want dat moet we zijn. Dat tapijt moet we zo hebben. Dan dat hier, dan moet er ook weg. Ja. Wij zijn verhuizers. Maar op tv buiten dat heb ik nog nooit gezien, maar bon. Ja, de boven is hier al leeg, voilà. En nu gaan we hier van beneden meegaan. Dan moeten we gratis weer aan. Oei, ja, dan moet er gratis bij aan, hè. Voilà. En die muur is een beetje kapot, maar dat maakt niet. Het huis is bijna volledig leeg, dus ja, hier staat er niet meer. Die bosjes moeten dan ook wel weg, voilà. Hoppa, als je goed bezig bent. Ah, de dozen hier eronder, die moeten ook wel weer weg. Voilà, zie, we zijn hier al goed bezig met verhuizen. Voilà, zie. Voilà, zie. En dat huis hier is volledig leeg. Die wapens moeten gratis aan. En ze krijgen een open kelder van mij. Oh ja, dat moet er nog allemaal liggen, oké. Nee, we gaan die kelder hier voor laten. Nee, voilà. Voilà, zie, jeppa. Dat hout valt wel mee, Pani. We hebben hier eigenlijk echt heel griezig voor ons alleen, ventje. En in de zak zit er in de fucking zak. Want dan door achter die Spider-Mans. Oh. Geen sniper. En ik kreeg een gun. Oeh. Oh, appel. The fuck is die medkit naar hier gekomen? Go aan door. We gaan de netmist wegdoen. Allee. Wat? Heb je maar 10 of zo? Oh nee, ik wist dat niet. We gaan er heel zuinig mee moeten zijn dus. Ja, oh fuck. En nu gaat de hel beginnen. Want ik heb mijn punt binnenkrijgen van wiskunde.
The greatest hits, the hottest jams.
Oh nee, eliminates meteen, fuck. Kan ik erachter kippen of zo? Kippie. Iets van een dier heb ik nodig. Dan word je heel gast. Ik maar echt iets wetsers zo man. Ik heb hier. Oh nee. Fuck. Ik weet niet wat de fuck ik er nu ben aan het doen, maar wel. Bam. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Meteen aan de fight man. Ik moet even een kill doen maken zo. Bij 116 HP. Oké dan. Dus dat is toch al iets goeds. Nee, nee, dan man, oh my fucking god. Ik had meer afstand moeten nemen tussen de dingen. man, echt waar. Quested, oh my god. Maar wauw man, wat een gay lucht is dat. Wauw man, ik wist het gewoon. Oké, dan dit was het dan. Hopelijk kan jullie noemen. Tot de volgende keer.